it's a great event. I always hear the word community, and I note that this is some of the best food that I've had at any event. We go to events all the time. I'd like to say I've been in the Middle East and Africa since 1986, working in telecommunications, satellite communications. And we realized that there's many people in the world that don't have the technology that we enjoy today, internet. So basically, we went from knocking on the door, pagers, mobiles, smartphones, and next it's going to be telepathy. And of course, women already have a jump on everybody else because they've already mastered this art. Anybody still use one of these? Anybody know what one of these is? These are basic mobiles. They have SMS capability, voice capability. They can last about 2 weeks on a battery charge. And roughly 2.8 billion people still rely on this form of communication, an SMS. Well, our company, 1M, we brought internet-like services. 5 years ago, we decided that based on what we saw, a lot of people were left out of this revolution. They weren't able to enjoy interactive services and content. They couldn't have group chat. They couldn't have voice communications. So we said, why can't a device like this provide that kind of service for them? And so we went about and we created a technology that brought internet-like communications to this kind of device. Because if you think about it, everything is about text, audio. Of course, we don't do video. We can't stream Netflix on one of these, but we can bring very valuable services. And then you see, you have people, the unconnected, they stopped right here. I think everybody is looking down at their mobile. They're enjoying the wonders of the internet. And there's a lot of people out there, the only thing that they can do is make a call, send a message. And they're very sparing about how they do that because their monthly income is probably what you spend on one meal. So why shouldn't these people have the opportunity to enjoy the wonders of the internet and also the wonders of blockchain? What's blockchain going to bring? Well, as we all know, people need services. They need a way to take advantage of the technology that makes life easier. And these come in the form of content and services. Content and services are what drives the internet. This is what most people are doing. They're checking their phones to see what messages they have. They're checking to see the balances in their accounts. They're checking to see if their blockchain cryptocurrency has gone up or down. So basically, you're connected. Well, there's a very large community out there. They have, and they are a community. They're quite happy. But what if we could deliver to them some basic services and content that would allow them to enjoy what many people take for granted? 1M Communications, we're connected in over 14 countries to operators that can reach 340 million people. Now, in the world, we have about 3.5 billion people who don't have access to the internet. And why we might not be sorry because we are enjoying everything, but if you think about how much money has gone into the war on poverty to try to help people, what if we could help them to help themselves? So our mission in 1M is very simple. Bring the internet to the people. Don't wait for balloons and all kinds of other technologies to reach them. Bring the internet-like capabilities. Mcoin can work and provide these kinds of services for them with real applications. Blockchain technology can bring credit card-like transaction histories, which will give them a way to identify and be creditworthy. Many people now, they're paying 30, 40, 50% just for microloans. And one of the reasons is nobody knows anything about them. The great thing about the credit cards that you have in your pocket, the main thing, you have your account. Your bank knows how creditworthy you are or you aren't. And based on that, you have access to funds. And when you don't have money, you need to borrow money. So the purpose behind banks and why unbanked people suffer is because when they don't have money, they can't eat. They can't enjoy life like we do. And when they do have money, they have to pay high interest rates just to survive. So we said, okay, let's bring cryptocurrency, Mcoin, to the people and give them applications that are very simple where they can use it. And I'm happy to announce we have a wallet that works on this device. We also have the modern wallets that work on iOS and Android. But from this device, I can send and receive transactions. I could record the transaction history. And they work with applications that already exist and are available to people using these kinds of mobiles. We did something else that was great. We thought, okay, in the internet world, cryptocurrencies, you have something called mining. And that was a cute term because the idea behind mining is that you're mining a resource and it's limited. So we said, okay, let's create pseudo-mining. Let's give these people an opportunity to earn while they're using some services like Marketplace, mCatalog, Postboard. They can actually create for themselves that community we always talk about. They don't have it. Now we're bringing it. We're giving them the opportunity to participate and enjoy their own community with the devices they already own in networks that are already there. We spend a lot of time traveling. As I said, that I first came to Middle East and Africa in 1986, and before that, I was in the US Navy, 1975. I got the bug. I got to see the world. I got to see how other people lived. I realized that I lived in a privileged country, and we had everything. But there's a lot of people that didn't. So we spent time traveling and meeting Nigeria. We met with the president of the Senate to discuss how 1M can reach people in rural places. 17% of the people have smartphones and access to the internet. What about the rest of the people? Now, this is true for a lot of countries. It's not only in Africa, it's around the world. But Africa is a great place to start, the cradle of mankind. 1M is committed. Our mission is to bring to people the joys and the wonders of the internet and of the cryptocurrency. So we have a framework that we'll be deploying. We have the hybrid application that will work on both, and SMS-based exchange coming up in the near future. I really appreciate your time, and we are launching our ICO as of today. Thank you very much.